Hey YouTube, how you going? Last video, a bit frustrating. We're getting bogged down quite a lot in all of this functionality for the internal users, and it's kind of chicken and egg scenario. In terms of, well, not even a chicken and egg scenario really. It's more of a, I didn't really want to get bogged down. I wanted to write code quicker with AI, but then one of the benefits of AI is that it's taught me a lot of things and shown me a lot of things in the application that I hadn't previously considered. I think what might be interesting, actually, if we just go to here, let's just get an update from Claude. And actually, I should say, the purpose of this video is to look at some startup ideas. But before we do that, we're just going to ask Claude very quickly. Reviewing, and this isn't all of the files, there's a few missing. Reviewing all of the files in our project knowledge. Provide an estimate for the amount of time it would take a competent developer to have written. When we previously asked Claude this, it said 12 to 16 days, and we've added a fair bit to that, I think. So it's saying 12 to 18 weeks. So it's, a couple extra weeks potentially. And I think if we look at this, 1, 2, let's say that half, 2.5, 3, let's round it up to 3.5 with a 15 in that. Let's just call that 2, 5.5, 7.5, 8.5, 9, 11, 11.5, 12. Let's call that 2, 14. Let's call that 1, 15, 16, 17.5, 18, 19, 20. Let's call that 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 30 hours, 31 hours. So 31 hours, 1 week, basically, of full-time effort, as opposed to 12 to 14 weeks. Assuming you're working full-time, of course, which we're not. Anyway, on to startup ideas. So I don't currently have an idea for what we're going to be building, but I wanted to explore a couple of things that we could potentially look at. So one of my day job, I work for a software company. I come from more of a sales background, and you might not know what these are called, but they're called PIPs. So performance improvement plan. Basically, this is if someone's not performing very well, you put them on a PIP. So I was like wondering if there's like performance improvement plan software. Performance management system. Here we go. There is. Okay, interesting. Seems to be as part of like a broader HR system. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is interesting because pricing $5 to $10 per user per month. So employee reviews, it's interesting. So like employee reviews. I was originally thinking like performance improvement plan management software. It's pretty niche though. It's like very specific. This is more broader, but yes, it's still pretty cheap. I was thinking if you had software like this, go away. So if you look at this, I mean, HR Premium includes performance reviews and LMS, custom reporting, asset register, expenses. Like that's a lot of functionality for $13 a month. So thought process was, if employee software costs like $50 per user per month, and someone just wanted this piece, maybe there was a path there. But yeah, this is just spitballing ideas. I hate companies that don't give pricing. Solution. This is pay transparency, onboarding, time and attendance. So yeah, these platforms do quite a lot. It doesn't seem like there's This Perform Yard's probably the closest, in that it's mainly focused on feedback. Like there's another platform called Lattice. It's an HR platform. Again, it's got quite a lot. $11 per seat. Foundation, so you pay that and you add all this other stuff. Pulse surveys, onboarding and exit surveys, competencies, career tracks. That's interesting. Career tracking software. Benchmarking for compensation, cycle management. Yeah, performance reviews. Interesting. Lattice performance reviews. So these aren't necessarily pips, these are performance improvement, dedicated. So this is kind of what I do when I'm thinking of just new ideas. I just kind of like jump around, have a look, see what's out there. So performance improve, performance reviews, praise, HRIS integrations, company directory. Yeah, I mean, like, you're getting quite a lot there for $3. Performance reviews. Interesting. Created by humans. This is more of a generic company plan thing, so implement marketing strategy as opposed to individual employees, maybe product, employee performance, 360 feedback, coaching conversations. See, the problem with a lot of this stuff, so one of the traps I fell into with my previous startup, which was called Acquire, it was meant for pre-sales consultants. If you're not familiar with that, basically pre-sales consultants, sales engineers, they're the ones responsible for taking in a B2B software kind of scenario. If you were pitching this company appraised on like a CRM, say you work for Salesforce or something, you'd want to understand like what are all their requirements, and then based on those requirements, a sales engineer or pre-sales consultant would tailor a demonstration. They'd help with RFPs, tender documents, that kind of thing. The problem I fell into is that a lot of what you could do in Acquire was very beneficial, but it's a lot of work that people don't actually like doing. So what I mean by that is everyone's so busy, they keep a lot of it in their head. It would make sense to get it down on paper, but you're always fighting that reluctance, and some of this comes across that way. Like, yeah, it's great to get a 360 performance review, but you might be all excited to do them one quarter, but how often do you do them? I don't know. So the thing that, if you look at Lattice, they do these OKRs. And if you look at their pricing, that's the foundation. Feedback and praise, update. That's interesting. Company update. Company updates. I know that would be shared through an intranet, but I'm just wondering if there's like some way of tying in that, connect to like OKRs, employee feedback, and a double-edged sword, right? Like company does an update, wants feedback. I like company / employee OKRs. That stands for objectives and key results, kind of like KPIs. I also like this pulse survey for employees. Again, it's part of a broader platform with a lot of these, but employee. Again, you have to get pricing, okay. Culture app. engagement pulse surveys, retention insights. That's interesting. Employee retention metrics. I always had this idea of like, people disagree with it, but you know, you join a new company. So if you work in like a professional field, before you get a new role, you've probably updated your LinkedIn profile, and then you get a new job. Hopefully you like it, but at some stage, and you probably update your LinkedIn profile shortly after joining because you're adding a new position, you're maybe optimizing your summary and your heading and blah blah blah. But then let's say it's like 6 months later, if you then go back to update your LinkedIn profile, probably means you're not happy with the job. Like, especially if you're updating a fair bit of it. I don't know if there was like some way of kind of tying in that to as a predictor of employee retention. Might be a bit hard to tackle. Where was I going with this? So they do OKRs. The other thing I like is yeah, I don't know, could be something there. Competitor battle cards. It's like sales battle cards. I don't know what crayon do. Clue. Competitive intel on win-loss from one platform. Yeah, so like this has elements of what I was looking at with Acquire, but like competitor battle cards, win-loss analysis. So yeah, that's interesting. How much is this? So they don't have public pricing, so it's probably expensive. Yeah. See, so this is quite interesting. So like one of the things working in sales, right? If you've got, you know, like team. If you have like these 4 teams, right, and this team over here always sells, always competes with, you know, one competitor or 2 competitors. This team doesn't compete with the same company. So let's try and make this an example. So you're selling Salesforce CRM, right? Everyone knows Salesforce. So team A, they're selling Salesforce, and they come up against Microsoft Dynamics. They come up against, you know, like SAP, they come up against Oracle, whatever. And then team B, they only come up against like Microsoft, but they don't come across SAP or Oracle that often. Maybe team D is the same, maybe team C is more like team A. Well, let's say then team B all of a sudden comes up against something with Oracle. Their individual employees within that team, and this could be geographic, like this could be Australia, this could be like sales team in America, this could be a London sales team, or it could be industry based. So this team sells to automotive, this team sells to, you know, education, whatever. This team doesn't have the internal knowledge to compete as effectively against, in this instance, Oracle, right? Because they're not familiar with that. So if you have a platform like what this Clue thing seems to be focused on, it was a little bit of what I was talking about with where I was going with Acquire is, you know, hey, if this team over here could say, you know, we beat Oracle, here's the reasons why we won, or we lost to Oracle, here's the reasons why we lost. Then this team, they don't need to know who's in team A. They just like come into the platform and go, hey, I'm competing against Oracle. Why did we win? Why did we lose? What do I need to be aware of? And maybe it's like, hey, against Oracle, we have a shortfall in this product feature. or our pricing is different, whatever the case may be. It's a bit of a bad explanation, but hopefully you get the gist. I was wondering if here, where they had automatically collect, curate, and share intelligence throughout your organization. How do you, I don't know how they do it automatically. That's the question. So maybe, keeping an eye on competitive websites pricing. Okay. This is interesting. I think that's a bit of a waste. Yeah, see, what I want to do is basically have all of those. Imagine this is your platform, and then the intelligence from A goes in here, right? B, C. All these people provide intelligence. So then let's just say you then have new team. They can get this intelligence. Can flow to them. So even if they're brand new, they can still compete effectively. That's kind of the thought process. Okay, interesting. Competitive outcome template. What do these guys do? Quilla. Make your competitors' proposals primitive. I want to dive into this. Alternatives to Clue. Market intelligence. Closed. Alpha Sense. Brand Watch. Data to intelligence. It's marketing data. Uncover the real reasons you win and lose. Win-loss analysis with closed. How do these... integrations. Clue works with Salesforce. Crowdsource intel from employees. Allow sales to access deal-specific competitive outcomes from any Salesforce object. Clue Salesforce integration helps increase adoption. So it picks up details, yeah. Okay. That's definitely true. True. Definitely true. Definitely true. That's definitely true too. Whoever markets for Clue is pretty good. I like their messaging. That's interesting. Of course, Salesforce invested in them. All right. I like this. And then there's this closed. See, what's also interesting with both of these products, they don't actually provide pricing on their website. So that gives me the thought that obviously they're quite expensive. Interesting. These kind of fit in both these categories. Right. What else is there? Alpha Sense. Nope. Next one. Okay, interesting. So, I guess one of the things that you have as well is you've got like, make this bigger, like B2B, that is. But I'm not against B2C completely. The benefit with B2B ideas is obviously the propensity to pay is like a lot greater. You know, a company is going to have a lot more money, so you know you might be able to sell, you know, a platform like this for, I don't know, like $10,000 per annum, for up to, you know, 100 employees to log in or something. I don't know. It's much more based on the value the company can get out of it. So if these companies that use this software are selling it for, you know, say they're selling their software for $1 million. Like if you can help them win one more deal, it's worth spending 10 grand on your software. It's worth spending 200 grand on your software. Employee review stuff, like, so when you think about it, there's this saying, like the closer you are to the money, the more you can charge or the more you can make. So if you have like a sale, and you think about like what's the person above this? Is it like the salesperson? Right. This person is going to earn more than who's the person above the salesperson. Not in terms of like management structure, but like it might be sales operations, right? And there might also be like adjacent would be BDR, SDR, right? And you might also have marketing. And then like off to the side, this person here is going to be like customer success or account manager, existing business. Like, so you've already won the deal. They look after existing accounts. This is where the money is, the sale, $. This person always going to earn more money than these people. Just how it is, right? And then, you know, the further you weigh, like, so this might be like field marketing. And then above that might be like marketing ops, right? These people are going to earn, you can barely see that. These people are going to earn more money than these people because these people are directly like creating campaigns on the ground, trying to drive leads and business for these people to sell to these people. You'd also have like off to the side here, like pre-sales consultants, which we spoke about before. So make those like blue. Why is this important? Well, when you think about selling software, this directly benefits this person, right? This directly benefits this person. This directly benefits this person too. Employee reviews, like, man, we're so far, you know, I know there's other functions, right? But basically, like, these are like revenue generating. And then rightly or wrongly, you have like cost centers. So over here, you would have people like, you know, tech support. Now, I'd actually argue that if you have a good tech support team, right, like it can help generate revenue because if people believe your support's good, they might more likely to renew and that kind of thing. But they might be a flow on from customer success. So these people work with these people to ensure that the customers are happy. So customer is down here. Let's say sale, customer, right? There you go to this person. This person goes to tech support. Then you also have like just broader functions of like HR. Again, it's needed because you need HR to hire people. But a lot of companies will view these people over here. Can I do like a highlighter? Yeah. Okay. These people over here cost money. These people over here make money, right? So then, okay, this person, tech support, need a new tool. Yes, you can sell tools to people to make to reduce costs and make teams more efficient. Definitely possible. But it's easier to sell tools over here where you can say, hey, if you use our tool, you're going to make another $100,000. If you use our tool, you can save $100,000. Rightly or wrongly, people view making more money different to saving money. Especially, I guess, if you're a fast growing company, there's the optimism, right? So yeah, this is just me brainstorming ideas. Like, I think my previous idea, which was like acquire, previous startup, acquire, has sold only into these people, right? But pre-sales consultants report into pre-sales managers. Now, the challenge that these people have is, if we move these, salespeople report into sales managers. Sales managers report into like VP of sales sometimes, or like VP of region, VP of APAC, VP of North America, blah, blah, blah. VP of sales might report directly to CRO or even CEO, right? Depending on the size of the company. So this person is 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of late. I mean, again, big companies, you have multiple managers, but the path from salesperson to CEO, a lot shorter than definitely someone over in tech support. But even in pre-sales, which is where I was going with my previous startup acquire, pre-sales managers often are seen as like the ugly cousin. And sometimes pre-sales managers have to report into sales managers. Although this is a completely different function within a business. This is a technical function. This is a sales function. You don't need to be technical to sell. You do need to be technical to a degree to be a pre-sales consultant. The reason why I share that is, with acquire, one of the challenges I ran into was per sales, these people loved what we did. These people loved what we did, but they didn't have any money. And these people up here, this didn't happen. These people didn't go into here or into here or into, obviously you could have other levels of management. This could be like sales manager for a particular state who reports into sales manager for a country who reports into a regional, sales manager for Europe or sales manager for North America. So it can be more layers than that, but these people are always more removed from this kind of direct change command. So ideally, if we can fit into like this line of thinking, potentially better. That's at least the thought process. Alternatively, you also have this arm, so like marketing ops, they can go into like CMO/VP of marketing, right? And these people might also go into here. By contrast, this tech support, like eventually, obviously there's many layers, they're going to eventually go to like a COO. But between them, there's going to be like many layers. So there might be like, I'm trying to think of the title. Like tech support, I don't know, like an operations manager, right? Essentially, operations manager might manage tech support teams. They might manage, I don't know, some infrastructure teams, whatever. And then these people are going to go up the chain. And these people are going to go eventually to COO, maybe. So they do obviously eventually get there, but these are coming from cost centers. These people, more about sales. So I don't know, just as we think about some ideas, if we can stay, how do I make this bigger? Thickness. I think if we can stay more over this side, we might be in luck. Well, not luck, but might have some better ideas. But anyway, that was getting away from the topic because we were thinking of B2B ideas. I'm not adverse to B2C ideas. It's just a bit harder, what I mean by B2C, I don't necessarily mean like, obviously people can use it as consumers, but maybe it's like this prosumer type thing. So when I think about that, like, even a tool like Canva, obviously it's used by businesses today, but it got started at a much smaller scale, and it was kind of like freelancers or, people who wanted to create like some graphics for their small business, that kind of thing. Like they're still business, but they're like consumer. I just like to come here and, I haven't been to Product Hunt for ages, but kind of gives you a sense. Oh, that was the idea I had, like, Zettel casting. Yeah, so in my Notion I actually have created like this. This is kind of like a B2C idea. Zettel casting method. Just like add this as a note, Zettel casting. So it's not going to mean much to anyone who hasn't heard of the term before. But it's a note-taking method. So the idea is, it was created by this dude. Literature notes, reference notes, permanent notes. So I'm no expert, but the rough idea is, like, you read a book, right? A book. And then from that book, what's this book going to be about? Let's say it's about like how to improve, how to build muscle, right? So within that book, you might have lots of different lessons learned. So one might be, eat 1 gram of protein per kg of body weight per day, right? And then another note might be, lift weights 3 to 4 times per week. Add progressive overload, which just means make the weights heavier or do more reps. So again, simplistic, right? But you read a book. A lot of people would write notes about the entire book, like on maybe summary notes, and then it's going to be saved as like a Word doc, a Notion doc, or whatever. The idea of the Zettelkasten method is that each of these, every point is a single note, and then they have tags, which we're not showing, and they can create threads. So like, let's say you read like another book over here, and this one's on like nutrition, and this book might be like best sources of protein are X, right? And then let's just say you read, maybe it's not a book, you watch YouTube video, and in this it says increase reps by 1 to 3 each week, or increase weight by 5%, right? So then what you have is you have these become threads. So you would add a tag. Can we do that tag? Yeah. So tag would be like progressive. Yeah, cool. This is what we're gonna do. Tag. And then this would be like protein. Use like green. And then tag protein. And then this will be frequency. Frequency of exercise. Okay, just an example. So then this is like three sources of information that you've consumed. Obviously it doesn't make a huge amount of, like, this isn't hugely complex to get your head around, but imagine you do this for years, and all of a sudden you have hundreds or even just dozens of sources on all of this stuff. Well, again, no expert on the Zettelkasten method, but the idea was that you would then be able to basically pull out your sources that are all tagged the same and have a continuous chain of thought and knowledge around that topic. And one, you might have, as we've kind of got here, like you've got one part of the idea from this source, and then you've got another part of the idea from another source. So a lot of people, if you like YouTube, Zettelkasten, like Notion, like people set it up in like Notion and stuff like that. So potentially, is there an idea where you could kind of create this as an actual standalone app, and then the extension of this idea would be, I think with AI you could actually do something quite interesting where you could pass in all of these different notes within a continuous stream of thread or topic, and then you could ask AI to basically collate all of the ideas into one consistent piece of like content that basically summarizes everything you know about that. So that's like a B2C idea. Again, you could use it in business, but maybe starts a bit more as a B2C idea. One of my other startups was actually a task management tool. Some of these read like bloody AI. Congrats on the launch. I wonder how it managed to prioritize the important tasks on my to-do list. Oh dear. Draft. I mean, Jesus Christ. Product hunt's really fallen down the bloody toilet. If that's... How is that? I guess it's got 56 upvotes. I mean, it doesn't even have its own bloody URL. A while ago, like years ago, I bought this domain, IndieTask. It's like a task management tool for independent creators, and the idea was that you would not have like no teams, like just individuals. I hate this Miro stuff. It's terrible. Like independent task management tool, just built for one person. What was the get llama? Jackson. Focus. What was it called? Llama. Startup school. No, not startup school. What's it called? Startup school? What's it called? Startup university. How do you spell llama? I can't remember. There was some tool this person made, like a focus app. See, like stuff like this is so, like, it's just everywhere. Like, really? See, like, there's no, to me, like, there's no, what do you call it? Like defensible moat to this. Like if you wanted to page, and it's this platform, right, you can cut and paste text and it creates like an instant avatar of you talking. So like wherever that idea went, here, all you could do is like cut and paste a blog article into ChatGPT, go summarize the key points into like an informative speech, cut and paste that into HeyGen, create a video, like boom, you're done. I mean, this doesn't even have pricing. Yeah, I want to. Here we go. 5 minutes here. Wow, $40. HeyGen's not cheap, but like $24 a month. Videos up to 5 minutes, but unlimited videos. 25 minutes of videos for $39. So that's a terrible idea. Is this guy really saying that they went to Y Combinator? Really? Jesus. Y Combinator invested in this? How do I hide that? Really? Wow. That's unbelievable. That's crazy. I mean, I've heard some feedback of like YC like just investing in a huge number of companies, but maybe there's something more to it than that. But yeah, article to video. I mean, that's what they're pitching. It looks just like an avatar that you can do on HeyGen, and HeyGen's cheaper, and you get more videos. Anyway, we're going down a rabbit hole. Front desk, Beam, Dreamer. This AI image generation, really? I had this idea ages ago. Actually, here's an idea that's not really good. It was like public roadmap software. So like public. Build a public roadmap for your product. Yeah. I know. Pretty quick to build, I imagine. Price free. Jesus. Maybe there's a. Yeah, this is more of a management tool, project management. Maybe there's like a market to just create like very simple public facing plan in public. Yeah, I don't really think you need that. It's more, that's from 2022, guys, come on. Why is okay, whatever. But to go back to what I was saying, like public roadmap software. So this is the revenue generating side of the business. Now, obviously, tech companies are going to view their development team. No, I don't want to lock it. Are going to view their development team as important, but you know, you've got like software developers, product managers, you got engineering managers, and like these people here, and these people are kind of like cross relationship with all these. I don't know, it's all working together, right? They're more of a cost, even though they're required to generate or build a product. So you've got this public roadmap software. A lot of people, I think, are going to try and sell to these people, product managers. These people don't have money. Well, they have money, some money, but they're not going to have the same amount of budget to spend on products as people on this side. So if you're building public roadmap software, I think you're better off trying to sell to these people. You're better off trying to sell to marketing and say, hey, if you have a public roadmap, you can share, like you can get people excited about what's coming in your product. Maybe you build out functionality where they can opt in for email updates about the releases of, you know, things that are coming. Yeah, see, notify customers about new products, new features. Pin comments, markdown, user segmentation. Yeah, I mean, something like this. They're kind of on the right track. Their pricing seems crazy though. I guess unlimited users, private boards, change log, one integration, single sign-on. Prioritization, so you can prioritize 2 integrations. What do they integrate with? Non-image file attachments. Intercom, GitHub, Slack. Project management tools, basically. Salesforce, CCP, GDPR, SOC 2. Yeah, so you're going to need SOC 2 reports if you're targeting enterprise. You've got some big companies. It's funny because ClickUp's a project management tool. So you think ClickUp could have just like a public facing board of their own? Sticker meal, that's interesting. I don't know, like it'd be good if they, like, where's the URL to their like public roadmap on their website, Shopee.io public roadmap. So this must be it. Like planned. Man, it's pretty simple, isn't it? Yeah, powered by Canny. Interesting. So like, that could be an example. But yeah, I think you got to sell to marketing. You gotta go this way, not this way. And this kind of idea as well, like it is a little bit B2C-ish. I know it's still selling to business, but if you've got like all these indie creators, I mean, to be honest, they're probably not going to spend money on software for that kind of thing. But it's simple. Let's go to product hunt. We'll probably do like 5 or 10 minutes. Interesting. Another business I used to have, I used to write resumes for people. Now you can get AI to do it. Create high quality CV in 3 clicks. These like PDF, like, yeah, crazy. So many of these like tools that just use AI. Really? Search and read 33 encyclopedias in 12 languages. It's random. Product hunt pilot, think performance. Brands can fill those needs. Resume, another resume company. That's interesting. Like, if you have industry specific expertise, like you make a CRM that's specific for one defined market. Like, imagine you had someone who, I don't know, knew hairdressers really well, like your partner. Make a CRM for hairdressers to manage their clients and send reminders. I'm sure there's software out there like that, but Second Brain, I mean, that's interesting. Like, that's similar to that Zettelkasten thing, this Second Brain. I mean, it's a template, but this person's just selling the template itself. There's actually also this other idea, which is like, it's like life RPG. So, like life. Yeah, so it's a bit corny, right? Like, you set up this template, and as you do things like read books, you get XP, and then as you scale up, maybe after a certain amount of XP, you treat yourself to like something you've been wanting to buy. Again, it's kind of sits in this like B2C idea. People probably wouldn't pay for it. I think user adoption and retention would be tough. It's interesting. Like, again, I'm not going to do a social media app, but I kind of like the idea of people trying to build like a social app that's a little bit fun. And this just looks like a Twitter ripoff. Oh my goodness, it is literally a Twitter. I was thinking that was more like, you just kind of share things that have happened in your life interesting with like a smaller group of people, kind of like a family circle. Not that I'd build it, but that's what I thought it was. But that literally looks like someone's, it's even got a little bird. There's another VC resume. Crazy. And another one. Jesus. And another one. Oh my god. If this made any money, like, deploy your own AI trading bot without code. It's like, if it was that good, wouldn't you just use a trading bot to make money? That's interesting. Real-time insights for faster, smarter sales decisions. So spiky AI. Okay. This is one of those tools that, in my opinion, is like good on paper, but like, unless you're selling to a product where like people are constantly on the phone, and in my experience, it's hard to, unless it's like more of a call center type operation rather than enterprise sales. Like, you can have people constantly looking at how fast they're talking, how long they've been talking for. Great in theory, hard to implement in practice. Another resume builder. First of November. Let's just have a look at these and then we'll wrap it up. Really? This is interesting. Like, I've seen this other guy who's creating like a note-taking app. Yeah, because one of the other things that I did started this year was like, it's kind of somewhat along the lines of task management, but it's like life/goals/personal kind of OKRs. So like breaking down like, what do you want to do in your life? Okay, like big audacious things. So it might be for someone like, I want to retire with $5 million cash. Just an example. Okay, so if that's your goal in, say, 50 years time, because you're 20 and you're going to retire at 70, what do you have to do in the next 10 years to get you closer to that? So maybe, if you're only 20 and you're thinking in 50 years, I want the equivalent of $5 million in cash. Okay, so by the end of the 10th year, I need to be in a job that pays, $200,000 per annum. So I'm a high net worth, like not super high net worth, but a high income kind of earner. So that's your 10-year goal. So then, okay, what does that look like if you break down from 10 to 5 years? Okay, maybe it's like, okay, I want to go to university and get a certain degree. Okay, great. So what does that then look like at 3 years? And then what does that look like this year? So then for this year, it might be like, say you're 20, it might have to be apply and get into certain colleges or universities. So then if that's your end of year goal, what's your quarterly goals? And then what are the weekly goals? And then, what are the daily goals that flow off on that? So for example, just focus on a yearly goal, like if you had a goal to run an ultra marathon, if you don't know what that is, it's a race that's technically longer than a normal marathon, but a lot of the time they're like 100 kilometers, 100 miles, whatever. So say it's 100 kilometers, and that's in December. Your quarterly goals working back from that might be to ramp up to a certain volume of running by the end of each quarter. So hey, by the end of March 2024, I want to be running, 50 kilometers per week, which is low amount of volume for an ultra. You'd have to, most people run 100, 120, 150 kilometers per week in their training, but say like quarter one, it's to get to 50 kilometers of weekly volume. Quarter two, it's to get to 100 kilometers. Quarter three, it's to get to 150 kilometers, right? So in quarter one, if that's my quarterly goal to do 50 kilometers, my monthly goal for January might be, hey, I've got to start, right? So I want to run 10 kilometers a week. And then February, I want to be able to run 25, 30 kilometers a week. And then March, you're running the 50. Okay, so then if we just focus on January, we're just getting started. Our weekly goal is to run 10 kilometers a week. Week one might be, I've got to run 10 kilometers by the end of January per week. So week one, I might be happy just to get out there and do one run. So, hey, I'm going to go for a run for at least 30 minutes and cover as much distance as I can. Great. And then break that down to your daily goals, your weekly goals. Break that weekly goal down to a daily goal. So it might be then like what specific day you can do that. I'm going to do that on Wednesday, and then on Thursday I'm going to do some stretching and plan out rest. So that's kind of the idea, like this personal breakdown of goals. Again, it's more of a B2C idea. Anyway, I think that's enough brainstorming for now. I think we've covered quite a bit of ground. I kind of like this little map I've done here, kind of explain my thinking. But yeah, look, we'll wrap the video there. Obviously, there's quite a lot of code I've got to go fix up still, but we will get there. Thanks for watching. Catch you next one.